We're going to kick this year off right by getting Stitch ready for the Truck Nationals, which is going to take place at Houston Raceway on January 28th. I'm sitting here in the shop at home, and we're getting Stitch ready to go to the Truck Nationals at Houston Raceway, January 28th. In order to get ready for this race, we're going to switch Stitch from his no prep suspension and tire setup and move some weight around, strap some radials back on him, and we're going to go test. All right, Stitch is a 1993 first gen S10. And he has a Thompson Motorsports 427 with a Pro Charger F1A 94. It's got Frankenstein F7 heads, Frankenstein Iceman intake. It's equipped with Holley EFI and a Davis traction control. We built the truck to do Rocky Mountain Race Week. And so it currently has a Gear Vendors overdrive with a 2-speed power glide. Now this truck was originally built by Smith Racecraft in Waco, Texas, in Dallas, Texas. Has cam motion camshaft. Guys over at Cam Motion set up all the cam design for us. This is a good little walk around of the truck here. Of course, it's got 2 nitro systems on it. It's got a interspuller and a direct port. Currently, it has 250 horsepower on the direct port and 100 horsepower on the interspuller. The direct port's on a button. And we're making about 13 pounds of boost, estimating about 1,500 horsepower total. We have, I can't remember the exact weight, around 350 to 400 pounds in the back of this truck for no prepping. And what I am about to do is pull all that weight out. I'll show you our little weight set up back here in the back of the truck. Pull this back cover off. What we're going to do is we're going to take the weight off the back of the truck, and we're going to leave suspension set up exactly the way it is, and we're going to go test and see what it does. Missed a couple here. Now, we built this truck in 2019, went to our PRI booth, and since then we've just been racing it, and it's kind of gotten a little beat up, not as beautiful as it once was. So this is our added weight here. These are steel pipe square tubing that we filled full of concrete and welded up. Then we got a little bit more weight underneath. Let me go up with this thing. I'll show you underneath it. Got some ankle weights back here on the back. We were just trying to get weight safely wherever we could. Truck has sand tufts on it, monoleaf, still a leaf spring truck, assassin bars. Let's see here. Go up underneath here. A carbon fiber drive shaft from Kenneth Gully. If you look underneath this truck, you can see it's tied in pretty good. The truck doesn't flex. It's got an innovative racecraft front K-member and all TRZ suspension. So let's see here, and let's take these ankle weights off while we're up here, and then I'll lower this thing back down. And I know you want to see underneath the hood, so let's see here. Let's go ahead and these are great little tool if you just need to add some quick weight. You don't really have a way of bolting it on. Got two more here. I'll end up having to get some help to pull the weight out of the bed. It's just too heavy to pick up by yourself. Muscled it out one day by myself. About dropped it on the bed and decided I won't do that again. All right, so let's lower this thing down. All right. Let's grab a Zeus tool here. You guys might like this. This is a dual-purpose Zeus tool. We actually designed it at Nitrous Outlet. See, it looks like a nitrous bottle. Because this truck uses two different types of fasteners, it uses a slotted style in the back. And then, so you pull this thing apart here, just like this, just like a quick release tool. And then in the front, we have Hetz fasteners, or Allen, whatever you want to call it. So, you got one tool that'll do both jobs. All right. Now you can see underneath the hood. See, we got one nitrous system on the inner spooler, and then we have one on the direct port. And once we go give these radials a try, if the truck does what I think it will, I'm going to put some more nitrous jet in it. We got an F194. Got the Frankenstein F7 heads. Got a cam motion camshaft. It's a Thompson Motorsports 427. It's got the Frankenstein Iceman intake. Now I just pulled the actual intercooler off of the truck, and this is basically a big spacer now. It doesn't have an intercooler inside of it. I pulled the ice water system off of it, just trying to get some weight off of it. And to be honest with you, we're putting enough nitrous in it that we're not battling air temps. So there's no reason to have all that extra stuff on there. I am going to grab some tools here and go ahead and get this. All right, got the perfect tools, right size every time. All right, we got this thing unbolted here, and now I'm gonna recruit some help to pull it out. Drug tie out here, and we pulled these weight bars out. I'm gonna have to throw those on the scale. I don't remember what those weighed again. I'll have to check it out. I'm gonna go ahead and leave the braces back here because I have a feeling we'll be back to no prepping this thing before we do any more radial racing. But I could be wrong. So the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna yank the wheels off, switch this thing around, put some slicks on it, and then we'll be ready to get it cleaned up and get it in the trailer. Stay tuned. Now we got the wheels off, we're going to take and change tires. You could take and break it down yourself, but I was being lazy, so I ran to the tire shop and had them break the bead and put these ET Street R's on it. These are off of orange juice. They got a couple passes on them, and I figured we'd just put them on stitch and use them for this radial race. So we're gonna put it on real quick, get the truck ready, and after we put the tires back on it, we'll be ready to load it in the trailer. I'm waiting on one piece. Today, the Davis traction control should come in. I messed up the USB plug on it, and it wasn't talking to the computer sometimes. So during the holidays, we went ahead and sent it off and had Shannon Davis fix what I messed up. We call that the yanked cord syndrome. So it'll be in sometime today, and we'll put that in, and then it'll be time to load it in the trailer. For you guys that don't know about radials, whenever you put these things on, they are directional. And if you look at the tire and show the rotation, I have been guilty of not paying attention to that in the past and not putting them on correctly. So, as with anything, I tend to learn by doing it wrong the first time. So I can tell you that by experience. Now, you guys that are sending off wheels that have bead locked, I had showed you that these were only bead locked on one side. It's better to do them on both sides, like Orange Juice has them on both sides. Whenever we did this wheel, we were worried about clearance for some reason. Don't really remember the exact reason why I did it that way, but I was worried about clearance on the inside, so we only did one side, and it does make it a little harder for switching the tires around. Grab a torque wrench. I never seem to remember how much the torque it at. And I don't feel like looking it up, so I'm just gonna put it at 120. You know, like normal wheels and studs is normally around 90 foot-pounds, 90 to 100. After we go test, I'm gonna come back, and the truck really needs to get cleaned up. We'll clean it up, polish the wheels. Try to make it look good for the event. Alright, let's go do the other side. Now today's Friday. I talked to Galen last night, and they're going to open XRP. You know, we're in the middle of winter hours, so the track is being closed on Saturdays, and then they've been running test and tune on Sundays, but there's a lot of street cars, and it's hard to maintain the radial prep for testing where you have all those different types of tires going on track. Plus the temperatures, the track temp is cold. So they're gonna open from 12 to 5 tomorrow and do radial and slick prep only. So we're gonna take advantage of that and go test. It does kind of make it hard whenever you're switching these things around from a no prep suspension setup and power management and tire over to a radial setup. We had just started to get a grab on what we had, and then here we are changing it up for this radial race. And that's normally not a good recipe for doing well. So that's the reason we really want to test. Alright, so tires are on. We got a couple things. Really, we just need to get the traction control box back and put it in, and we'll probably do a quick wipe down, vacuum the inside, just try to make it look representable, and we'll load it in the trailer and head to XRP.